On behalf of Socialist Equality Party in Sri Lanka, I am conveying deepest condolences on unexpected departure of Comrade Helen. We salute Comrade Helen's heroic revolutionary life for in defense of Trotskyism for over 5 decades or her entire adult life. I was lucky to meet Comrade Helen for a number of occasions, and it was in 2019 I personally met her for the last time when I and Comrade Jayasekara visited Detroit for the International Summer School organized by the US SCP. The outbreak of deadly COVID-19 pandemic in early 2020 totally prevented us from making such visit and thus meeting in person. Throughout last 3 years, though new technology has made us ever close and our political collaboration deepen on much daily basis, I see comrades did not see each other physically. Last time we met Comrade Helen was so memorable. It was particularly important as what was discussed in the summer school was the historical origins and political consequences of the ICFI's split with the Workers' Revolutionary Party, culminating in the civil war in the IC. Throughout that school, like in previous such events in the US to which I participated, I can clearly remember how Comrade Helen was making powerful contributions during the discussions. She was speaking with so much confidence, deep understanding of Marxism and history of Trotskyist movement, drawn from her decades-long experience in the party. At that occasion, she brought us to Motown Museum in Detroit and also Detroit Institute of Art. She passionately elucidated about those artworks while explaining remarkable history bound up with them. Throughout that journey, I was wondering of her knowledge and memories of those artworks. More senior comrades here frequently reminded very remarkable experience of Comrade Helen's visit here in Sri Lanka in late 1992 as a part of her world campaign to as the presidential candidate of Workers' League, the predecessor of the SCP in the US. It was a very powerful political event. She addressed 6 well-attended public meetings organized by the Revolutionary Communist League, the predecessor of the SCP in Sri Lanka. The first meeting was held in Ambalangoda in the southern province. Following day, she addressed a meeting in Kandy in central province. Next day, she spoke before an about 350 strong audience of students, youth, workers, and academic at University of Perodeniya in Kandy area. Then a meeting in Bandarawala, a plantation area about 200 kilometers away from Colombo. At this meeting, in response to some remarks made by an area leader of Lanka Samasamaj Party, Helen explained the deeply rooted collaboration between her party, Workers' League, and the RCL in Sri Lanka, based upon a common program and perspective of international socialism, by pointing out that these comrades who went to found the Workers' League in 1966 were expelled from the Socialist Workers' Party over their demands for a discussion of LSSP's great betrayal in 1964 by joining bourgeoisie coalition government of Madam Siruma Bandaranayake. After that, she spoke at another RCL meeting campaign in Colombo. And also she addressed a meeting of more than 100 of students, workers, and academics at University of Colombo on her way back to Katunayake International Airport to leave Sri Lanka. She talks to hundreds of Katunayake pre-trade zone workers. as you can see in this slide. This experience has been repeatedly reminded by Helen herself when we met her in Detroit. Many comrades who met Comrade Helen during her visit have still been recalling her powerful oratory skills and also her kind-heartedness. The comprehensive and educational obituary for Comrade Helen published in the WSWS thus provide detailed analysis of her unwavering fundamental political life as an international Trotskyist. I was particularly moved by the point of that article. Quote, her decision to join the Trotskyist movement was a highly conscious political act. Unquote. What we can see throughout last 5 decades of that, she has been fearlessly fighting for Trotskyism with deeper understanding of scientific socialism. What the life of Comrade Helen shows is the power of Trotskyist movement itself. The ICFI has such power to attract these extraordinary comrades to the world socialist revolution, and has ability to train them as great revolutionary leaders who fight until their last breath based on that revolutionary perspective. When they leave the revolutionary stage with their death, millions of workers throughout the world sense an enormous grief. But at the same time, they recall brave fight carried out by these comrades for the emancipation of mankind. No other single movement in the world outside of the ICFI is able to do this, as Comrade Dave highlighted. There are invaluable lessons to learn from revolutionary life of Comrade Helen for the party and particularly for young generation. We will carry forward her struggle till the end. Your revolutionary memory will be lasting for long, dear Comrade Helen.